Hi everyone, welcome to the Simplicity Project. I am Jen Pike, your host. We've got Miss Charlie here, our loving little mascot that works her way into every single segment that we do. And this is the place to be to start to begin to create more simplicity and more ease in all that you do in your life. And today's topic is something that I've talked about on and off for the last little while on my social media platforms. And I've had a lot of questions about it as I get every week. And I just thought I would explore a little deeper this whole concept of what it means to say no in order to say yes. And what that really means is that it's choosing to say no to the things that are taking up so much of our time, so much of our energy, so much of our lives that are really not adding any level of joy back to them. And being able to create the space and the opportunity to actually say yes to the things that you dream about doing, that you talk about doing, that you write about doing, that you really truly want to start to do and begin, but you feel like you have no time, you have no motivation left over, and you just don't know where to begin. If all we do in our life is constantly be the yes person to everyone and to everything around us, to your employer, to your spouse, to your children, to your friends, to your family, if you begin to sit back and take a closer look at your life and recognize that you do a lot, but everything you do is doing for somebody else, how do you possibly have any time or any room in your life to attract any of the really incredible things that you want to create for yourself? And what ends up happening, and I know when I felt this, is that when you start to put yourself out there and say yes all the time and take on more and pile up your agenda and your calendar, and you're doing all of these great things for people around you, you start to get to that place where you almost don't know how to not do that. Or you feel bad now if you start to say no because you've been saying yes to the wrong things for so long. And it can be a really vulnerable, tricky place to figure out how do you start. And what I would say to you is just begin somewhere. Just choose to say no to something. Maybe it's the next thing that you get asked to do. I have had to say no to a lot of things in the last year of my life. Up until then, I took on way too much. I loved everything that I was saying yes to, but I didn't realize how much it was affecting me, how it was affecting not just my energy and my body, but how it was affecting the way that I was feeling about some of the other aspects of my life, the energy that I had left over to spend with my husband and with my children, and that there was all of these things that kept piling up on my to-do list that I wanted to do for myself, and there just wasn't any room. Or I felt selfish. I felt like I was being selfish if I decided to take the opportunity to start to do some of the things that I wanted to do. And so little by little, I had to start. So I started to say no to a lot of the requests of being able to be at certain places and take on certain roles. And I just connected those requests with other people in my community and in my network. I started to say no to some of the household duties. I started to go to bed leaving dirty dishes in the sink. I started to not have to put the laundry away every single time. And this might sound like little tiny frivolous things, but for me, I was staying up until all hours of night, making sure that my house essentially looked like no one lived in it. I needed to make sure that everything was tidy, everything was clean before I could lay my head down to rest. And I would get into bed. My husband would have already been asleep for an hour or whatever. And, he would roll over and try to talk to me or, maybe make something happen. And I was just like, I'm exhausted. I don't have anything left for you because I've just given it to the house and to everyone else. And it took some great people in my life, and seeing this through a mirror of some of my clients and listening to them sitting across from me, or women in my group sessions and being like, oh my gosh, that's me. Who am I to sit here and be able to give you advice and to give you inspirations if I can't even do that for myself? So I started to let some of those things go, and it felt so liberating. It felt so freeing, and I had more time. When I decided to sell my studio, that was a really huge shift and change for me in my life, and I am so grateful for what simplicity provided for me. As hard as the work was, simplicity did give me just that. It created more simplicity and ease in my life than I actually ever could have imagined for. And when it got to a time and a place where I was able to fully take that on and soak up all of the awesomeness that it was, I knew that I was ready to move on and that it was ready to move into someone else's caring hands. And I didn't realize how tired I was. I didn't realize how tired I was working that hard for 5 years until I actually sold it. And in that first month, I had all these, ambitious ideas and goals and things I wanted to create. And I was paying a business coach and wanted to launch all these programs. And instead, I sat on my deck and laid in the sun and read books and worked out a lot and really didn't do anything on my business. And that felt good for a few days, and I would beat myself up. And then I had to say no. I had to say no to the beating up and start to choose to say yes to myself again. And I would say this. Try not to judge yourself for how little or how much it is that you feel like you are able to contribute to the things that you really want to do. The reality is it's already happening around you. The fact that you feel it deeply enough, that you desire it, that it is part of who you are on a cellular level and what you want to do in your life, you already have the main ingredients for an incredible recipe of achieving whatever that task or that goal is. Now you just have to sit back and start to say, okay, what one little thing can I start to do? So say, for instance, it's that you don't exercise and you want to start to exercise. It might sound really trivial to say start to park farther away from the front door of where you are going to at a store or the mall, whatever it is, start to do that. Link arms with a friend who's already involved in exercise. If your goal is to be in your kitchen and learn how to cook more, go on Pinterest, go on to various websites, get some different recipe ideas and some inspirations. Go and sign yourself up for a cooking class. If you feel like you have no time to be able to go out with your friends, book a date with a friend, make it happen, get them to show up at your house. If you have a business that you would love to start, if you feel like you're stuck at a standstill in your career and you're looking for ways to be able to move past that, invest in a coach, invest in a program, sign up for an incredible mentorship, join a group on Facebook that is surrounding you with like-minded energy and individuals who have the same goals and the same platforms too. Put yourself out there and volunteer to work with somebody else for a period of time to get a level of mentorship and some experience under your belt. Maybe your goal is to just close your eyes for 10 minutes a day. Right? Maybe you need a little bit of a Deepak Chopra and Oprah 21-day meditation in your life. Sign up for that. Whatever that next thing is that you feel like your skin is literally crawling because you want to do so bad, you have to. You have to. You owe it to yourself to start to do something, any one thing to start to get you closer to where it is that you want to go. So my wish for you today is to fully soak up with pure gratitude and joy for where you are right now. Celebrate everything that has gotten you to this place, even the crappy hard stuff, and begin to step one foot in front of the other. And today, not tomorrow, today, right now, when this video ends, choose what your first step is going to be and then actually take it. I'd love to hear from you in our comments below. Always feel free to send me a personal message. I really, honestly, I read every single email that comes in. I love hearing from you, and I love being able to answer some of your questions and provide solutions and share some of my own struggles and inspirations and journeys along the way. So you can message me at Jenn, Jenn, at jennpike.com. Have a fantastic day, everyone. I am just sending you loads of love and simplicity and ease from my couch to yours.